It started small. One person said, "I'll be home around 6, and the other heard, "Dinner at 6, plans at 7, everything handled." 6:30 came with traffic, a dead phone, and a cold skillet. By 8, a tiny misunderstanding had grown teeth. Tonight, we're going to overcome communication blocks in relationships. So moments like this turn into connection instead of conflict. Picture the kitchen, a dim lamp, 2 plates cooling, the hum of the fridge louder than usual. A slammed drawer turns into a slammed door, then silence. You both wanted the same thing: respect, clarity, a little help, but your sentences kept missing each other by inches. This is the episode where inches become bridges. Welcome to Whispered Hearts. English, where we turn everyday messes into teachable moments that feel kind. We keep the tone gentle, the steps doable, and the results real. If you're tired of talking past each other, you're in a good place. Let's steady your words so your love can breathe again. Here's the first important truth. Most couples aren't fighting about values. They're fighting about assumptions. Assumptions fill in what wasn't said, then defend it like it was promised. That's how around 6 becomes a broken plan instead of a rough estimate. Have you seen this in your week? Before we name the common blocks, hold this curiosity for 30 seconds. There's one short question that can melt defensiveness fast. It's simple, disarming, and honest. We'll use it in a moment, but first we need to see what gets in the way. The first block shows up as mind reading. You think you know what they meant. You decide you know why they did it. Your brain fills the gaps with a story, and the story rarely favors your partner. It feels protective. It isn't. Another block is reactive tone. The content might be fine, but the edge tells a different story. You deliver the headline, "I need help," with the subtext, "You failed me." The message gets rejected before it lands. The third block is multitasking while talking, which is not actually talking. Let's bring that melting question in now, because it changes everything. Ask, "Can you help me understand what you heard me say?" Then pause long enough to listen. You're inviting clarity instead of arguing for your assumptions. What would shift if you tried that line tonight? There's a reason this works. Research shows our nervous systems calm down when we feel understood. Calm brains hear nuance. An angry brain hears threat and proof of past hurts. If you want new outcomes, you need calmer ears. Have you noticed how hard it is to hear when the pulse is high? But there's something even quieter holding love together when you talk. It's not the perfect script, it's the posture. Sit near, not across, when possible. Keep your face open. Keep your sentences short. Your body says safe before your words try to. Active listening is not a trick. It's a series of small choices that make room for honesty. Try reflecting the headline, not the entire newspaper. So, you felt forgotten when I didn't text. Then ask, did I get that right? That last question is a bridge. Use I statements to speak about your side of the bridge. I felt anxious when you were late. I started telling myself the worst story. I need a quick update next time, so dinner doesn't feel like a test. You're taking ownership without shrinking your needs. What would your I sound like? Now we work on clarity, because clarity is kind. Replace vague time with ranges you both understand. Home between 6 and 6:30, we'll text if later. Replace "we'll see" with "I don't have the energy tonight. Can we aim for Saturday?" Replace "whatever" with the truth. Vagueness keeps conflict on layaway. Set aside tech during the first minutes of a hard conversation. phones down, ringers off, face to face or side by side on a walk. Your attention is the most loving part of your voice. If a device must be nearby, kids, work on call, narrate it. I'm silencing everything but this one alert. Could you try a 10-minute no-tech talk this week? Sometimes the block is timing. You're trying to solve a storm in the middle of the storm. Agree on a better moment. I want to hear this well. Could we pause for 20 minutes and come back softer? Put a timer on the counter. Return when it sings. What pause length would feel safe at your house? Season can help tone. If the air is crisp and winter bright, step outside for a breath before you begin. Feel the cold wake your cheeks. If it's a spring evening and the window smells like rain, talk there. Let the room feel new. Small sensory shifts soften strong words. Let's bring in a porch scene for practice. 2 people sit close enough that knees touch. One says, I felt small when plans changed and I found out late. The other says, I didn't mean to make you small. I hear that late updates sting. Then they ask the golden question. What would help next time? Swap roles. Now the first person says what would help. A text that says, running late, still excited to see you. The second person adds a specific promise. I'll send that next time. If I forget, please nudge once, not 5 times. Specificity moves hope into the real world. What promise would ease your evenings? When emotions run hot, shorten your sentences. Long speeches sound like prosecutions. Short lines sound like care. Use concrete words. Late, hungry, anxious, tired. The body understands those. Which word would describe your last hard moment? Assumption checks save entire nights. If you hear something heavy, ask, is this about tonight? Or is this also about other nights? Or, are you asking me to fix or just to listen? Fixing when someone needed presence makes the gulf wider. Listening when someone needed action feels like a shrug. Clarifying can be playful too. Start a shared phrase that breaks tension. Check the story. It means, I'm about to assume something. Help me verify. You can laugh and still be serious. Laughter opens the window. Agreement clears the air. What phrase could you borrow? Now, about tone. You can disagree without raising the temperature. Try, I see it differently. Can I offer my angle? Ask for an opening instead of forcing one. Consent makes hard truths easier to hear. Would that sentence change your next debate? If an apology is needed, keep it clean. I'm sorry for speaking with an edge. You didn't deserve that. Then follow with one action. I'll pause before responding. If I need a minute, I'll say so. Action honors the words. What action could carry your next apology? Repair beats make you stronger than the snag. Use a 5-word bridge. I'm on your side here. Then choose a small reset. Sit on the same side of the table. Pour water. Put your phone in a drawer. Your body learns that conflict ends in connection. How does your body feel when you hear, I'm on your side here? Let's talk about building a habit of open dialogue. Habits make hard things easier. Choose a recurring time and place that your body associates with safety. The porch at dusk, the couch with a warm lamp, a short walk around the block. Keep each check-in short and repeatable. Consistency beats intensity. During your check-in, ask 3 questions. What worked for you today? What weighed on you? Is there anything you want me to know before tomorrow? Keep answers simple. You're not solving, you're aligning. Which question would feel easiest to start tonight? Add a weekly misread and mend moment. Pick one small miscommunication from the week. Each person gives the short story and the short fix. I heard dismissed when you said later. Next time, can you add a time? Yes, I'll say, let's talk after dinner at 7. You just turned a block into a blueprint. Attention is a love language with no price tag. Create a no-scroll zone for serious talks. Put phones on the mantel. Light a candle. Let the room say, you matter. When summer evening warmth floats through the screen door, sit close and let it soften your voices. Could you protect 10 minutes like this? Walk and talks are magic because motion lowers tension. Choose a loop that feels safe and familiar. Listen for crickets in August or the crunch of autumn leaves underfoot. Side by side often beats face to face for honesty. Where would your best loop take you? When the calendar is packed, go micro. Trade a 30-second voice memo at lunch with one feeling and one need. Feeling overloaded, need a meme and a hug. Feeling scattered, need a "you've got this" text. Tiny clarity prevents evening overload. What would your memo say today? Let's address a tricky moment that derails many couples. One person says, "We need to talk." The other hears, "You're in trouble." Reframe the invitation. Try, "Can we make space to untangle something so we feel closer?" You're naming the goal, closeness, not blame. Would that reframe help your partner relax? There's a belief that good communicators never raise their voices. Real people sometimes do. If volume climbs, protect dignity. Call a timeout, not a verdict. "I'm getting loud. I want to come back kinder. Could we pause 5 minutes and try again?" Put the timer where you both can see it. Come back on the ding. When you disagree on facts, borrow a whiteboard or a scrap of paper. Write each version in simple lines. Verify what's verifiable. Accept that memory has angles. Agree on what matters. How do we prevent this next time? Your goal is a forward plan, not a courtroom win. What line belongs on your solution list? Use when-then phrasing for clarity without scolding. When plans change late, then I need a ping so I don't cook for ghosts. When you're quiet after work, then I worry I did something wrong. Neutral, specific, respectful. That's how correction stays kind. Some blocks are old patterns wearing new outfits. If a sentence hits a bruise, name the bruise. I feel 12 again when I hear that tone. Can we try softer words for the same message? You're letting your partner love the real you, not a performance. What softer words would help you here? Celebrate small wins so the work feels worth it. We stayed calm during the budget talk. We clarified before reacting. We apologized fast. Mark them in a notes app or on a sticky note on the fridge. Progress grows where it's noticed. Midway, a reminder from the heart. If you're here, you care. That matters more than a perfect sentence. Whispered hearts. English is a place that believes effort counts and tenderness can be learned. When was the last time you gave yourselves credit for showing up? Let's stack a few immediate fixes you can use tonight. Slow the start. Instead of, "Why are you always late?" Try, "When you ran late tonight, I felt unimportant. I want to plan better together." Then ask, "Do you have 5 minutes now, or should we schedule a time later?" You're offering choice, not cornering. Clarify the request. "I need problem solving, not pep talk." Or, "Please just listen for 2 minutes without fixing." Name your need, then thank them for meeting it. People repeat what gets appreciated. Mirror before you move. So, the meeting ran long, and you felt invisible. Wait for yes, then move to your side. "I'm glad you told me. I was at the stove counting minutes and building a wild story. Next time, could you send me a quick text at 5:15? This is how stories become plans. If you tend to retreat, speak it. My reflex is to go quiet when I feel cornered. I'm not punishing you. I'm trying to regulate. I'll take 10 minutes and come back. Agree that both of you can request a short reset without punishment. That's trust in practice. If you tend to pursue, speak that too. When I feel distance, I chase for contact. It's not to attack, it's to find you. If you need 10 minutes, please tell me a time to reconnect so I don't spin. Naming patterns turns blame into information. Which pattern is yours? Questions that open, not close, create new paths. Try, what did your day ask of you that I can't see from here? Try, what would help you feel partnered in this decision? These questions give dignity. Dignity keeps people honest. Sometimes you need a symbol to remind you you're on the same team. Sit on the same side of the table for hard talks. Touch knees. Put a small object, a smooth stone, a tiny plant, between you to hold while you speak. It sounds corny. It works. And remember to bring seasons into your practice. Spring rain can be a soundtrack for repair. Summer porches can hold the gentlest truths. Autumn walks make it easier to say, I'm sorry for last night. Crisp winter air can clear foggy minds in 3 breaths. Which season steadies your words? Now a weekly challenge to lock in your gains. Choose 4 anchors. 1 no-tech talk, 1 clarifying question, 1 I statement, 1 quick repair. Put them on the calendar like tiny appointments. After each, exchange 1 sentence of appreciation. Thanks for listening first. Thanks for asking the clarifying question. Which anchor will you try first? Don't forget humor. Lightness is not disrespect. It's relief. After the talk, order fries and eat them in the car while streaming your favorite 3-minute clip. Let laughter rinse the last tension from your shoulders. What clip always earns a grin? If old hurt rises, keep the target small. I know this touches older stuff. I still want to meet you here. Promise only what you can deliver this week. I can promise a text, a pause, and a cleaner tone. I will practice all 3. Small, kept promises rebuild faith. When progress feels slow, look for the shortest new distance. We used to spiral for an hour. Today we spiraled for 10 minutes and caught it. That is victory. Mark it with a walk, a song, or a high five in the hallway. Your body remembers rewards. As we close, remember why this matters. Clarity is kindness. Assumption checks are love. Tone is a choice that turns homes into havens. You deserve a relationship where the words are safe and the silence is restful, because nothing scary is hiding there. Thank you for trusting this time with us. If this gave you words you can carry, whispered hearts, English will be here whenever you want to practice again. You're not behind. You're building new reflexes that will feel natural soon. What's one communication habit you'd like to improve? Tell us in the comments. When the next around 6 shows up, you'll have a plan instead of a fight. You'll greet each other, check the story, speak with I, and keep your tone human. You'll use pauses as tools, not punishments. And when you wonder where to start, return to this promise. You can was. Overcome communication blocks in relationships. One honest, gentle conversation at a time.